What is up, YouTube? Mr. King coming at you live from the studio. Here are the questions for the day. Please pause the video now and answer them. So I'm just trying to figure out, what are you good at? What do you think it takes to get good grades? And that's what we're going to talk about today. So today you should be able to give advice to an incoming freshman about what it takes to get good grades. And we are going to be taking notes like we did on Friday. So just go to classwork, go to Tuesday, Neuroplasticity notes, and open it up. And then I'll be giving you the answers as we go. Cool. So the first thing, try and think, what does it take to get good grades? I was hoping you would say something like turning in your work on time, trying, participating, things like that. Now I want to tell you a little story. In the 1960s, scientists really wanted to see how good people were at adapting, at adjusting to different situations. So this girl, she's basically forced to live her world upside down. And I want you to think, how long do you think it'll take her to adjust to living in a world upside down using glasses? Do you think it'll take her a year, a month, a week? Never? Now we're going to see how long will it really take this girl to adjust to living upside down. So at first, they didn't show this part, but she was stumbling. She was getting headaches from living upside down. She can't pour like a cup of tea. So 3 days, was screwing up her writing. She's only able to write upside down. So it only took her 1 week. 1 week. So she was able to pour tea, even ride a bike, sign her name finally after 1 week. It only took her 1 week to adjust. And how that relates, my point was humans are really good at adapting. We are able to adapt to any situation. Our brains are really flexible. And that was their point, that humans are really good at adjusting. So humans have learned to survive the coldest winters in the coldest places on Earth in Antarctica, wearing like fur and living in igloos. Also, like she was able to figure out how to live upside down. We are a lot better at surviving and adjusting than you think. And there's actually a term for that. It's called neuroplasticity, which is a term that means your brain is able to adapt to your surroundings. So, like, for example, you go to art class one day, and then the next period, an hour later, you're taking English class, and then you're doing math, and then you're doing science, or then you're doing history, or you're learning different Spanish words. That's all thanks to neuroplasticity. Your brain is so flexible that it's able to adjust and switch between all these different subjects and still learn all these different things. Now, I just want to give you guys a sneak peek about chemistry. Knowing that like your brain is really flexible and able to learn easily, try and guess. Do you think this equation is balanced? Hint, atoms cannot be created or destroyed, only converted or like moved around. So you may notice the equation is not balanced yet. We have two N's here, two H's here, but only one N here and three H's here. So even though both have 4 atoms, you need the numbers to match. So you need 2 hydrogens and then 2 hydrogens over here, and the same with nitrogen. So try and think, what do you need to do to get an equal amount of N's and H's on both sides? You may have come up with the right answer, which is by putting a 3 in front of the H2 and putting a 2 in front of NH3. So then the 3 will multiply by the 2, so you get 6 H's here, and then the 2 will go to the N, and then the 2 will go to the H, and that'll give you 2 nitrogen and 6 hydrogen. Now it should be balanced. And a lot of people will say like, oh, chemistry is so hard, there's math. My point is though, you are really good at adjusting. Even if you didn't get it right away, as long as you work at it, your brain will learn to do chemistry. I had another practice question for people in class. How you determine if an equation is balanced is by making sure there's an equal amount of atoms on both sides. You need 6 carbon to match up to the products, and then 18 oxygen to match up to the products. So the lesson is all about, as long as you try, as long as you work at it, you'll be successful. If you believe in yourself, you will be able to do it. So since your brain can adapt easily, scientists learned that being smart is not set in stone. People aren't just born smart or born dumb. It really depends on how hard you work. People aren't born, a chess master. They're not born a musician. They're not born to be really good at math or chemistry. You have to work at it, and that's all about neuroplasticity. Your brain is really good at changing to a situation. For example, fun fact, Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team his freshman year. But the next summer, he worked really hard and went to a basketball camp that really pushed him, and he made varsity his sophomore year. He went from getting cut from the C team to making varsity as a sophomore. And it's all has to do with neuroplasticity and his work ethic. So in reality, to get good grades, what you need to do is to work hard, because your brain is really good at learning and growing, which was my point here. Your brain can literally grow new cells to be able to adjust to new situations. Yep. Last thing, give advice to an incoming freshman about how do you get good grades at Shabbos. It must be at least 3 sentences, and you should use the word neuroplasticity to get full points. After that, please hit turn in and then take this attendance survey. And then you're all good to go. Thank you so much. Bye.